pretty much done with packing my suitcase. We're leaving tomorrow, so there's still a couple of things that I'll only put in tomorrow morning, like bathroom stuff and my slippers and stuff I still need by until then. But I've got all my stuff, like bigger clothes, tops, my bathroom stuff that I can already put in, underwear, shoes, and jackets and makeup and that stuff. But yes, I'm so excited, I can't wait. All ready to go. This is my airport outfit. Strawberry cats and strawberry shoes. Can you tell I like strawberries?
Going to taxi, take off at landing.
Okay? For the recording, we do all the same. Okay? We do the platform. We roll. Yeah, you don't put it here. We change the
Hoe zit dat aan de hand?
People call me crazy, they call me a cynic.
So we're back. Our first full day in Verona is over and I'm quite tired, but the day was so nice. The weather was... I was on the verge of melting, but it was still okay. Most of the day we spent inside doing the pasta class, so it wasn't too bad. And we've got a lot of things here that we bought today. It was gorgeous, really, really nice. And I'm very excited for tomorrow because we're gonna do a day trip to Lake Garda. Which, yeah, I don't know, we'll see what we do. We only have a boat ride booked for the afternoon, but other than that, we're pretty much loosey-goosey running around and just having fun, buying a lot of things. And hopefully there won't be any rain, but we were quite lucky today. So let's hope we stay lucky. And on my way here, I started reading the second Emily Windsnap book. I finished it before I got to the airport. Luckily, I was reading it quite quickly because it was... I'll talk more about it on another time, but it was quite hard to get through. I didn't like it as much as the first one. I think it was also unfair because I read them back to back, and the difference in, well, how good it was jarring. And then on the airplane, I started reading the new Ali Hazelwood book, which is a very good time so far. I think, actually, initially I thought I might not be into it, but actually I think I am. It's really good so far, very funny. I'm only like 15% in, so things can still change. But so far it's been really funny, and it plays in Italy, so it's perfect. This is the most important thing to me right now, this peach. I will eat it now, and this morning I had a gorgeous nectarine, so I thought I'd give this peach a go now, and very excited for this. So I'm back from Verona and I've got some things, bits and bops I bought on the trip here in front of me, and I thought it would be cute to show them. I'm gonna start with this little postcard. It's not Verona specific, it's Italian food in general, but I really like the style as I like to put postcards on my wall for my travels. Next, I have these earrings. They are little cherries and you put them in your ear. I'm pretty sure everyone has seen these kind of earrings. Sorry for the background. The sun is out, which is nice, but it makes filming a bit more difficult. But yeah, I saw them on the first day in the window of this shop, and I've been looking at these kinds of earrings for a while now. But yeah, that's them. Next, as most people do on holiday, I got a magnet. Verona is the city of Romeo and Juliet, which I did not know before doing the research on Verona. And yeah, I really like this one. I am a cat person, so I had to get this. Also, I think it's a cute detail that I think mostly when cats are displayed in illustrations, the black cat would be the boy, but in this scenario the black cat is the lady, and my first cat was a black lady. And yeah, to me black cats are always girls because my first cat was black and a girl, but that's just me. So I really like this, and I got it at the place that my friend and I stayed at. We had this little espresso maker for on top of the stove, which you will have seen me make coffee with, which was very exciting. I've always wanted to try that. For me personally, the coffee was a little bit too bitter, but I think I didn't have enough time to experiment with the coffee machine on how to make it so that I also liked it. Anyhow, I really liked it, and I got a little espresso mug in the shape of one of these cookers, and my friend also got one in another color, so we're kind of matching now. And even though I don't actually drink espresso, I can just use this for my espresso shot to make my iced coffee. That was the plan, and my friend is gonna make espresso martinis with this, so it's perfect. And I love it very much. At Lake Garda, where we did a day trip to, I got this little bracelet that I bought in one of the stores there. I really liked it. I don't know, when I saw it, I just thought I really like the colors, and you can never have too many bracelets. And it looks really great with my tan. If you can't tell, I'm very tanned for my standards. So yeah, I also think that the bracelet makes it look like I have more of a tan. Don't tell me otherwise. And then I also got a book, of course. It's called The Diary of a Tuscan Bookshop. I was not in Tuscany, was I? I actually have no idea. I'm very bad at that. But I do like to get books from my holidays. I haven't read it yet, but it might be my next read, or one of my next reads. I want to read it this summer so that it's still like special and I still have the Italian memories fresh in my mind. But it has everything I like. There's a cat on the cover. I just hope that there's a cat also in the book. It has books, bookshop. I love books about bookshops. And then, how could I forget? I also got this hairpin. I hope you can see it. It's a little reddish, and this hair shop had a lot of cute hairpins. I really had to try really hard only to buy one. But yes, this is new and I really like it. Goes well with the pink shirt. I don't know with what combinations I'll wear it in the future, but I really like it. It's cute. It doesn't serve a function. It's just cute. Yes, that's everything I got in Verona. Obviously also a newfound love for pasta and pizza. I didn't know I could love them more, but I definitely do. It was a great trip with my friend. Girls' trip has to be done at least once a year. We haven't had one in a really long time, so I'm glad we were able to do one. So if you see this, heart you. I know it might be annoying with the changing background. I like this better, but my face is a bit darker, so I don't know what is better. You can tell me. I want to talk about 3 books. Well, I kind of already talked about this one, but I want to talk about 3 books that I read. They were all my Kindle, so I don't have a pretty book to show you, but that's okay, I hope. So first I'm going to talk about The Tale of Emily Windsnap. I talked about it in my first video. I adored that book. I think it was really great. I've been really wanting to return to that story since I was younger, and I was not disappointed. It was a really, really good book. And I loved every character. There was no one that I really disliked except for the bully of the book, which was obviously meant to be disliked. So other than that, great. 10 out of 10. I gave it 5 stars. What I also really liked is that the book did not take itself seriously at all. This whole mermaid world did not make sense, and even the mermaids were absolutely aware of that fact, and it was very funny. When Emily transformed, every once in a while she realized again how weird and gross the transformation was, and that she wasn't really liking it, but she was just gonna ignore that side of the whole thing because she did like to be a mermaid. I honestly think she's one of the coolest 12-year-olds I've ever seen in media, or at least recently. She's so nice, so cool. She's not stupid. She's a 12-year-old girl. I'm just saying, there's one scene where she's trying to get through like bars of a jail, and it takes way too long for her to understand that she can go in with her head in one way and then turn her body and then go in with the rest of her body. That was a bit annoying, but that was the only thing in the whole book that annoyed me, and I think that's okay because she's 12. She can be dumb sometimes, but she's still very cute and usually quite smart. Okay, and that's when I made the mistake of reading the second book of the series right after the first one. I gave the second book a 2 out of 5 stars, and I feel kind of bad for rating it so low, but I think one reason for it is that I read it right after the first one and I liked the first one so much. But maybe that was my fault for reading them back to back, because that made comparing them unavoidable. And the second one was just not as good, and it was obvious reading it in this way. From book to book, Emily becomes a bit older, although I have the feeling from reading the 2 that it was quite imminent. I feel like the second book pretty much continues where the first one ended, but Emily really felt like she was becoming an annoying teenager in this book, and I don't really like that. Just having said that, in the first book she was really smart. I was really surprised by how grown up she was for a 12-year-old. But then in the second book she made so many annoying mistakes. It was kind of annoying because the whole plot of the book could have been avoided if she had just been a little bit smarter or had talked to an adult. Also, I mentioned the bully from the first book. She kind of gets a redemption arc in the second book, but she doesn't actually become a better person until like the very last 2 chapters or something, where she decides, okay, I actually don't want to die and I'm gonna help Emily now. I don't really understand why she had to get a redemption arc at all. We do get an understanding of why she is the way she is. She doesn't have the best home, not the best upbringing. Her parents are not really getting along. So it is understandable, but I still did not really like her. I don't feel like she was very likable, even though I'm trying to be empathetic and understand where she's coming from, but I don't want to forgive bullies. I don't think she deserved it because she was really cruel, I think. So although the book was written nicely, I really liked the world, but the plot itself and the characters really went downhill, unfortunately. For now, I will not continue the series, but I will still keep it in mind. Maybe for next summer I'll read another book, because they're also quite short and they read really fast, so it's not like I wasted a lot of time on it, but for now I'm kind of done with it, unfortunately. The last book I read while I was in Italy was Problematic Summer Romance by Hazelwood. I was talking about it in my other video, but then I didn't know that the book was playing in Italy. So when I found that out, I was like, okay, I have to read it on my trip. There's no other way around it. I have to read it then. and I did not regret it. It was great reading it in Italy. I really was immersed in the story, let's say. But unfortunately, I actually only gave this book 3 stars out of 5. No matter, though, how much I might not like a book because of what reason whatsoever, if it's an Ali Hazelwood book, I will read it anyway, because her writing, I love it so much. It just hits the spot. Honestly, at this point, I would probably read her grocery list or, I don't know, anything she writes. I will eat it up. I just feel like her writing is so sharp, funny, on point, and just really readable. Even if I don't super love the story, I still love the writing, and I can just read the whole book no matter what. And I generally had a really good time for the first 60 to 70% of the book. It was fast, funny, flirty. It was like the beginning of the love story, even though at this point they had still known each other for quite some time, but we kept jumping from present day to 3 years earlier when they started to meet, our 2 protagonists. And I think that was really clever, and I really liked, I couldn't even choose between which timeline I preferred, because they were both really great. And I'm usually not a huge fan of jumping between timelines, but this was very well made. But unfortunately, after this 60-70%, it kind of became a little repetitive for me. And I'm really sorry for saying this, but I kind of liked Connor, the male protagonist, almost better in the beginning when he wasn't talking as much. I feel like at the end, when he opened up a bit more, which, saying it now, I'm sounding so mean, but he becomes a little whiny, I guess, and he repeats the same 3 arguments over and over again why he and Maya, the female protagonist, should not be together because they're 15 years apart, which also, is that really that dramatic? I get it when you're 20 and 35, but after like in your mid-20s, I don't think you're that young. That's just me. Yeah, I guess he just took a lot of time feeling bad for himself and counting these arguments up over and over again instead of listening to Maya and actually having a grown-up conversation and realizing that she's an adult and has her own opinions and can make choices for herself. But that's just Ali Hazelwood meant for you. And sometimes you love it, sometimes you don't. It depends on the book. At the beginning, when I read the synopsis of the book, I really thought this was going to be my thing. I thought this is going to be my new favorite Ali Hazelwood book. But in the end, I did say ew a lot of the time. A lot of ews. And I had to roll back my eyes so much that I got dizzy at points. Needless to say, it's not my new favorite Ali Hazelwood book. I will continue nonetheless to read everything she brings out. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. And this time my tea is not teed out yet, but I've talked about all the books that I read this month. So yeah, we'll see how much I read in August. It's actually August 2nd today. I've started one new book yesterday, which is really good so far. And I have 2.5 weeks off this month. So I hope I get to read a lot, but maybe I won't. I guess we'll have to see.